أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. um,
Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام فرحانة.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Safia. Welcome to another session of VOTP and Find Your Truth. So let me just introduce, VOTP and Find Your Truth to the new members who might be here, and all of them excited to learn more about fasting and more about nutritious, healthy food in Ramadan. So we have a lot of audience, inshallah. So just a little summary of VOTP. VOTP stands for Voice of the People, and Voice of the People was started after October 7th, 2023, with the whole purpose of empowering each and every Muslim and every human being to their highest potential, and they can so that they can understand their power in their voices, in their opinions, in their actions, and so that they can demand accountability from anyone in the leadership position who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And as a part of empowering the Muslims and others, we started the training program called Find Your Truth. And you can check this out on findyourtruth.net on the website. We have a good curriculum of developing every Muslim and every person to his fullest potential. And one of the important aspects is, nutrition. And the month of Ramadan is coming up, and fasting is also plays a very, very important role in building oneself to the highest levels. So today we have with us Sister Safia Gopalani. She is extremely passionate about health and nutrition, and she is a naturopath, and she's studied extensively on the fasting habits of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the nutrition which was used by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all the benefits related to that. So, inshallah, today's topic is going to be what are the benefits of fasting and how we nourish our body through fasting in Ramadan. So, inshallah, Sister Safia, please go ahead. And the formatting will be Safia is first going to present, her information presentation on this topic, and then we will take some question and answers. Bismillah kare.
So going over the benefits of dry fasting, because in scientific community there is a type of fasting that we say water fasting, that you can have only liquids like water, black tea, green tea, black coffee, no calorie drink, right? So that's water fasting. Now scientists, doctors, not like medical doctors, but naturopathic doctors, they say that when you do dry fast, like no water, no food, no water, then the benefits are like 5 times more than the water fast, because then the kidneys get also rest and clean and like just regenerate everything. So I'm gonna try to not use too many scientific terms because I'm not real good at that. So I'll go with simple language. So dry fasting is a powerful practice first, right? It promotes cellular repair, fat metabolism, and just overall. There is a myth that when you dry fast, you get dehydrated. Even like, well, when I say dry fast, that's Ramadan basically. But scientifically, we call it dry fast. But that's Ramadan fast, and it's like people are like, dying out of thirst, dehydrated. It's like, no, you don't dehydrate during fast, because your skin has a natural, like a default, that when you don't provide, the skin will take the water from the environment, regardless of you live in dry weather or humid, right? So there is the default, and then there's another way. When your fat burns in presence of oxygen, which you know better, um, it creates water, when the fat melts. So you are hydrated. The water generates inside rather than you putting it in, right? So all those people, they say I'm dehydrated, they're faking it. Don't believe them. Ask them to get back to work. So while hydration is essential, our bodies are remarkably equipped to handle periods without water. Okay. And one of the studies that they went over, the scientists, of course, the doctors, we found out that we have over 50 different genes designed to protect against dehydration. That was amazing. Yeah. So there was another scientific studies which they monitored the migration birds, and they were little tiny birds. I couldn't get the name of it. So they, of course, they mark those birds, with the little thingy in their paws, whatever. Um, they made three groups. One group they provided food and water. The second group they provided only water, and the third group they didn't even provide them water. They just flew. They did take breaks, but they didn't provide them any water. So the last group, the third group with no food or water, they generated the most amount of water, 6 times more water than those with have access to water and food and water. So that was amazing study. I mean, in birds. The fat, yeah. So like we went over it, the fat metabolism in presence of oxygen creates water. There was a myth that I'll clear up another myth that by the time you feel thirsty, it's too late. Have you heard that? So drink
No.
it up. Okay, so there was a campaign in what was this, mid 70s? Drink it up. It was because Nestle, Coca-Cola, and Pepsi, they own all of the bottled water plants. So they started pushing this campaign, bottled water, because they, of course, needed us to buy it. That so the basic idea is when you feel thirsty, take a sip. And if you come back from a long walk or you like did a heavy workout or you have a drink all day or whatever, then take 2 sips, because the thirst goes away after one sip. So you don't need to guzzle 3 liters of water in a day, right? Go easy. I mean, your kidneys are as old as you are, so why bother, right? Why bother your kidneys? Now, the prerequisites for dry fast, hear me out. Low carb diet.
Okay.
And water fast practice. Unless you have the practice of no food, if you're constantly taking carbohydrate and if you're like total carb junkie, then fasting is going to be difficult for you. So that's the prerequisite that I ask my patients. Okay. Now, a little bit of science behind it. So dry fasting actually shifts the body's focus from digestion to repair, regenerate, everything, and anti-aging, of course. Studies have shown that a 5-day dry fast, which is like sun up to sundown 5-day, right? Not constant 5-day, can enhance antioxidant activity, improves blood circulation, reduce inflammation. There you go, and reboot the immune system. I mean, we are always taking, I don't know, vitamin C, heavy doses of zinc, and immune drink, and ginger, and everything. Like, what can I take? Well, don't take anything and improve your immune system in 5 days only. So first 5 days of fasting, the sixth day, your immune system is going to be amazing. But you know what? A lot of people are sick in Ramadan. Why? Because they eat wrong food. We'll go over there.
Sure.
So yeah, so that's the science. The most significant benefit that I wrote is hypertonic autophagy. And do you want me to explain the autophagy? I think we went through it last time.
No. Could you please, what is autophagy and what are the benefits of it?
The basic idea of autophagy is like a deeper form of cellular recycling. All the protein that's floating around that's like damaged and not useful. So during autophagy, the body cleans out damaged protein, intercellular pathogens, and inefficient components of the cell. Like there's still working cell, not damaged, but they're not efficient. So Dr. Mindy Phelps, her campaign is um, she said she's on a mission to make million people fast with her, which is amazing. So she actually compares that the fasting basically is like we're upgrading the countertop in the kitchen. But when you do dry fast, it's like remodeling the entire kitchen. Won't you rather remodel the entire kitchen than just replacing the countertop? So yeah, that's amazing. I thought there was, yeah. So basically dry fast stabilize electrolytes by shifting sodium out of the cell and as a result drawing potassium inward. So, right? And it increases efficiency. Additionally, the dry fasting increases, I'm going to try to pronounce this word right, vasopressin, increases vasopressin level by 20%, which enhance the heart and brain function. So vasopressin is basically a hormone that plays a crucial role in long-term survival. It affects similar to like epinephrine, which is used to trigger the body's fight and flight response. And by eliminating external source of food and water, the body taps into the internal reserves, the fat, that's where the water is stored, leading to improve more, say, metabolic flexibility and insulin sensitivity. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now dry fasting in Ramadan. So fasting is aligned with the body's natural rhythm, supporting physical and spiritual well-being, right? Digestion follows the circadian rhythm, no doubt about that, in no culture, in no religion. So there is this, like, there is a certain time that we're supposed to eat and we're supposed to sleep. We can't really force our bodies to go along what like what I want to do and whenever like I cannot listen to nafs and do as I please, because my body is created, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created me and my body and gave it to me as a ni'mah, and I will be responsible for it. So I have to keep the alignment with the circadian rhythm and not abuse it or not try to force my will or my wishes on it, right? Now,
This is
so
explain
yeah.
the circadian rhythm for any circadian rhythm. What do you mean by circadian rhythm?
Basically it's connected with the sun. When the sun's up, our bodies are awake, and the sun goes down, our bodies start to, like, our batteries go down too.
Okay.
Like it's like a body's internal clock, and regulates our sleep and affect body temperature and all. Our bodies start to cool down when the sun goes down, right?
Right.
So when the sun's up, we we wake up, we're chirpy, we eat, and the sun goes down, we stop eating, and we sleep, right? Even if we
Right.
have to work, we're not going to eat. That would be abusing the body. Okay. So basically, going to religion, like Islam. Islam encourages eating sahur. Eat sahur, there's a barakah in sahur, right? I mean, who doesn't know this hadith? So that's kind of at dawn, or is it before dawn? What do you say?
Just
Before
before
dawn.
dawn. Yeah, before the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
So we
Yes.
do sahur before dawn. There is a barakah because that gives us energy. If we take good protein, gives us energy throughout the day, and break the fast promptly. There are a lot of hadith about breaking the fast promptly and not wait till it gets dark, right?
Right.
Uh, so right at sunset, break the fast. Uh, but nowhere we are allowed to eat all night from aftar to sahur. We don't get that any document eating at midnight or at 2 a.m. None of that. Sahur is a barakah, and a little bit dinner or fast, like when we break the fast, is to gain some strength for, well, I wouldn't say that to gain strength, because the qaylula, the afternoon nap, is encouraged to gain the strength to stand in tarawih at night. So you eat a little bit, like a handful, at aftar. That would get digested while we do tarawih, so we can come back and sleep. Okay, we talk about sleep cycle in a bit. So that's the dry fast, basically Ramadan. Um, and in the end, if you want, I could just give a brief of what's ideal to eat the Sahoor and Aftaar.
Yeah.
Let's go into the workout, the basics of workout. So 30 minutes before Aftar, do a bit of stretching, like 7 to 10 minutes. Like a light workout, stretching, arm workout, playing, just simple. And then spend the rest 20 minutes with askar, evening askar, dua, everything. And and um, and then the sleep cycle talk about is, so again, going back to circadian rhythm, we cannot stay up all night and then sleep all day. That's just not why the fasting was designed. We're supposed to be active and productive, and maybe take a little nap in the afternoon, because we're encouraged to gain strength for Tarawih. But no way we can sleep till Asr, right? And then wake up for the Dhuhr and then sleep till Asr, and it's just not the right practice. We're supposed to walk around, do all the daily activities, and none of that should get affected. Um, so sleeping right after Tarawih till Tahajjud, like 2/3 of the night, and then a little nap in the afternoon. You decide your body is 20 minutes, 40 minutes, or an hour, or 90 minutes. Up to 90 minutes, you can have afternoon nap, right? So if I'm abusing my body, staying up all night, sleeping all day till noon, I cannot expect any miracle from the fasting, because I'm not going to get single benefit of it. It's just going to be like, eh, you know, we're fasting for as a ritual, not to get benefit for it. Let's wait till I give out some basics of the food. If you have any question, go ahead.
Yeah. So, subhanallah, so what we understand is, dry fasting is what is called in, medical terminology, right? Dry fasting, there is no water and food. And this has a lot of medical benefits, right? Including, it's using burning the fat, and also, cleaning up all the, damaged tissues or damaged things in the body called autophagy. So this is definitely the benefit. And
Yeah,
the other takeaway for me was that it's very important, the circadian rhythm, that's, along with the sun, our body's kind of designed to function along with that. So we can't mess the sleep cycle up, like sleeping in the daytime and, waking up at night. We just can't reverse that. That's not going to get us the benefits which we intended to get after Ramadan. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, yes, I think that's good. I think we got those. So go ahead. Which would you want us to go ahead? Is there anything else you would like to add in the fasting, or would you want us to go ahead into the nutritious food
people
section?
will ask what should we eat. So I'm just gonna do a couple minutes of that. That's
Yeah.
sahur. Uh, Take good protein. I mean, if you can eat meat, go ahead and eat animal protein. Eggs, wonderful.
Yeah.
Um, have some vegetables, have some boiled potato to fill it up as starch serving. And go easy on water. You just had a full stomach, you know, and then drink 5 glasses of water is not ideal way. The food's gonna rot in there, and you're gonna be burping all day. And then because you'll go right back to sleep after Fajr. Nobody stays up till Shuruq or do any askar. It's just pray Fajr and then in bed. So no, not very ideal. Um,
Mm.
so eat good protein. When you wake up, you need 30 grams of protein as a woman.
Okay.
Men maybe 40, 45, depending on how tall and big they are. But for women, petite, we need 30 grams of protein minimum to last all day, survive. and to have a better mood, to not lose muscle mass and all of that, right? And we don't really need any carbohydrate except for a little bit of vegetables like fiber serving that to feed our microbiome, right?
Yeah.
And then wait a few minutes, take a little bit of tea, but make sure it's real leaf black tea, not like burned leaf or powdered leaf or tea bag, or just stay away from funky things. And drink water like sip at a time. It's okay if you drink only half a glass of water before Fajr Adhan. Just don't guzzle. Go easy.
Okay.
Start drinking. The ideal way to start the sahur could be like a date with some kind of fat, like a coconut oil or butter, and then sip of water, and then continue on, like eat something, and then take a sip of water, and then take a little bit of tea, and then sip of water, kind of like that. Go easy on it, okay? And if it's really hot, like June, July, summer fasting, then make some rose petal and cardamom water, and then drink that throughout the day. I mean, throughout the after Aftar and before so, right? And now at Aftar, we go. You don't always have to break the fast with a date. Sometimes you could just do salt water. But when you do a date, please limit to one because you don't need sugar spike, because otherwise you would be running on sugar, right? So one date, sip of water, pray Maghrib, eat dinner, and call it a day. And then if you want to go Taraweeh and Isha, that's your choice, right? Make sure if it's animal protein, then make sure you have some fiber and some starch, like a handful of rice, a cup of rice, good enough, or boiled potato. And if you have a vegetarian source of protein, then make sure it's a complex protein, um, and go easy on carb then, because you cannot have dal and rice combined. That's too many carbs. Google it. I mean, if you want to confirm what I said. So basically, what I wrote is that the discipline approach prevents overeating, supports digestion, and maximize the benefits of fasting. So the whole point of the month of fasting is for our bodies to repair and restore our spiritual connection with Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, understand um, understand the whole detoxification. We were always asking, what can I do to detoxify the body, and how can I detoxify the liver, and how can I detoxify my kidney? Well, this is your chance. Ramadan's coming. So fast and don't eat the wrong food. Because when you fast this long and you survive and you stretch your body this long, then eating the wrong food is totally undoing the benefit of fasting and the damage beyond. It's like you've never fasted. So what's the point of staying hungry when you are going to eat wrong food and ruining it, right? Now, okay, go ahead with the questions.
Yeah.
I said what I had to say.
Okay. So inshallah, now I think so. Yeah. So very important. So is the nutrition, what we take at suhoor as well as at
So
iftar.
it's what you eat when you break the fast determines how much benefit you're going to get from the fasting.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay. Alrighty. So basically, the recommendation is like, little, just like a date, some water, and then one date. Yes. So we make it one date and water, and
Not
then
a handful.
not a handful. Subhanallah. Yeah. And then we make it a little bit of a carb and mainly protein. Yeah. Animal protein, preferably.
Yeah, no carbs.
Maybe some vegetables, right? Yeah. For the fight.
Vegetables and protein. That's
Good.
it. And maybe a little starch.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be that would be dinner, not like there's no concept of a star and then second dinner and then third dinner and then dessert after that. There is no concept like that. Go ahead, Shema.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. How many hours do you recommend for sleep during Ramadan? Or
Well, when you're not eating or drinking, that acts for your body and for your internal organs as a sleep. So your body is getting rest while you are fasting. So you don't need much sleep during Ramadan. You rather be active and productive. So whatever hours you get, like after Taraweeh, if you could sleep midnight to 3, that should be good enough. And then an hour in the afternoon. So 4 hours out of 24 is plenty. I mean, it's ideal. Because otherwise, like 8 hours sleep, you're ruining, like you're wasting 1/3 of your life sleeping. Really? That's not ideal. Sleep is overrated, really. 8 hours, 10 hours, not really. I mean, if you're sick, understandable, but I mean, normal people like you and I, not really. 4 hours, plenty.
Like, what should be
Mike's not clear.
the regular cycle during the regular days? Like, how
Your mic's not.
many?
Mr. Shama, your mic is
4
having a lot
5
of.
hours?
Now it's
Oh,
better. Go ahead. Now it's better. Go ahead. You can ask the questions. Good. Better now.
how many hours do you recommend for sleep, like in routine, in regular? Because you're saying like 8 hours is too much
The less,
sleep
the better. So
for.
you could be productive. We didn't come in the world to sleep. We come here to work
Yeah.
and follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
It means 5 6 hours are
Huh?
enough. 5 6 hours are enough for sleep.
I didn't get it. You asked me to.
She said it is 5 to 6 hours is enough for sleep, is the question.
Anything more than 4 is luxury.
So 4 is.
Don't indulge too much in sleep. Don't indulge too much in food. Just stay away from indulgence, that's all.
Yeah, subhanallah. And that's what Ramadan is actually training us to do. And even the rest of the year too, right? It's just not
But in
about.
Ramadan, we end up sleeping more because we're all dope addicts, because we all take too many carbs that to increase our dopamine levels, subhanallah, so high that we have to, like, all we could do is sleep, basically, which is totally not right.
Subhanallah. So if you eat right, we should not be feeling sleepy as well, right? We should not be feeling
Yeah.
too tired, sleepy also.
Yeah, I don't sleep. I don't feel sleepy. I do 96-hour fast and like water fast, but I would have sharai fast during the day, which is dry fast. And then at Aftaar, I would start to drink water, tea, stuff until the next Sahoor. No, I don't feel sleepy.
Subhanallah. Yeah. So a
I
lot
mean,
of.
the reason I talk about my experience is because I've done it, so I know how it feels. Not to impose like, oh, I do that. So it's like, please take it easy. So like, tried
Sure.
and tested, and I recommend to my patients, and they all say like, oh yeah, past 36 hours, you don't even feel hungry. Your body gets used to it, and the liver starts to do its own magic. And I mean, they said that's one less thing to worry about is food, so they can work.
Subhanallah. Yeah. A lot of myths and a lot of belief systems associated with fasting food, which hinder, which kind of,
Yeah, bring out all the myths. Let's see if I have
let's
any cut for it.
Yeah, let's go ahead. So, audience, please go ahead and whatever misconceptions you have had about food, about fasting, about sleep, please go ahead and this is opportunity to clarify them and correct them, inshallah, in this Ramadan. So,
And if I don't know it, I will go and research for you.
Okay. So I think Sister Emily has a question that, is this the same in pregnancy and breastfeeding? So any difference with the, fluid intake or nutrition in the pregnancy of breastfeeding type?
Fasting during pregnancy? No, you can't fast during pregnancy or periods or breastfeeding. Right?
So it's not recommended. Okay. And
yeah, you have that period off and you can make it out.
Yeah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah, but sorry to cut you, Prana. There is a specific diet for pregnant women and for lactating women. There are certain foods that they need to avoid because the fetus or the newborn cannot tolerate.
Yeah. Do you want to
So,
give any examples of some which we commonly use, which must be avoided in pregnancy?
stuff with lectins.
With lectins?
Yeah, anything containing lectins.
Example. We are not familiar with that word. Example.
Oh, contact me directly. Schedule a
Okay.
call with me if you're lactating or pregnant. So lectins are in lentils, grains,
Mm,
beans,
mm,
um, almonds, and a whole lot of vegetables like green beans, beets. Oh, there's a whole list of stuff.
this
Just Google, yeah,
lectins.
food containing lectins. So,
Okay.
but we cannot avoid everything. So lentils and beans, you soak it all night, wash it up thoroughly and all that. So that way you can keep the lectins down. And in don't eat chocolate. Like I'm not
Mm,
saying in terms of sugar, but the cocoa bean,
mm,
it bothers the newborn. So don't eat that.
okay.
Also go easy on carbohydrate and sugar and eliminate seed oil from your diet. I mean, for everybody, just altogether.
Seed
That
oil.
seed oil creates so much damage in the body. And then if you stop eating seed oil today, which is all canola and corn and vegetable, I mean, what's the point of vegetable oil? What vegetable you squeeze that you get oil out of? I don't know.
Right.
And sunflower and God knows what else. So anything that's refined, if you stop eating today, it'll take 2 years to get the damage off the cellular level. It goes into your cell and sits there and dehydrates, and then the potassium cannot get in, and the sugar cannot get in. So that's why the sugar is free flowing in your blood, and then you're called diabetic. In fact, it's the seed oil that has dried up your cells. So eliminate all the all the bad oils. The only oils you can eat actually is coconut oil, sesame oil, olive oil, and mustard oil. The best one is mustard oil. And animal fat, like really, tallow, beef tallow, and butter and ghee. Best things.
Okay. Okay. Good to know about the
I
various.
hope you are making notes, whoever asked questions.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, good to know the oils which are healthy ones. Okay. And yeah. So Sister Aruba commented that I've heard pregnant and breastfeeding moms can avoid the fast and keep later on. Yeah, absolutely. That's the the recommendation in Islam. Yeah. Okay. So inshallah. So any other myths about fasting and how much you should be eating, how much you should be drinking. What have you what have you been hearing since childhood, and what kind of uh, beliefs you have. Please go ahead and share those, and inshallah we'll try to correct them. Yeah. Allah.
Safia, can you tell us what is you said at Sari, we can eat 30 grams of protein, right? Is that what, yeah?
Yeah,
Did I hear that right?
yeah,
Yeah.
5 eggs.
So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then, at iftari time or dinner time, when we have, what is the amount we should be having in terms of protein at that time? Should we be having protein? A lot of protein, or how much?
That's all you can eat is protein and fiber, subsidy.
Right. And
So you
dry
can have,
fat potato.
yeah, so at Sahoor, it's better to eat animal protein, which is pure protein. And at
Mm.
Aftar, you can have like a dinner because you're going to stand in Taraweeh, right? So you have some time to digest.
Mm.
So you can have vegetarian source of protein, which is complex protein, which has so many carbs with it, like along with it. You cannot separate protein and carb out of dal, right? Or beans. So
Mhm.
you can have vegetarian source of protein.
Mm.
But don't combine two proteins like chicken kebab and beef kebab. Don't combine two animal proteins. You can have some dal and beef. You can have some lamb and chickpeas. So you can combine animal protein with a vegetarian source of protein, but go easy on carbohydrate and just eliminate grains altogether for Ramadan would be the best idea.
So how much protein at night?
How much protein at night?
Yeah, in terms of grams or.
It's the same, yeah, 30 grams. Yeah, if you don't have any other choice, 5 eggs, ideal. With yolks, please. With cholesterol, protein eating without cholesterol is gonna hurt you.
Right.
So it's so morning 30 grams and evening 30, total of 60 is kind of the requirement
Yeah,
for
because we all weigh like, you know, these
kilograms.
55, 60, 70, and yeah.
I have a question. इफ्तार के टाइम हम जो 6 eggs लेंगे उसकी yolk भी साथ लेंगे या फिर सिर्फ only white?
I just said it with yolks.
हाँ, yolk के साथ.
Yeah, my Lord has not made a mistake creating yolk, so please don't eliminate it. Eliminate all the garbage out of your diet, like carbohydrates, which is not real.
Yeah. Already. Yeah. Any other questions? I think we had. What kind of meal we can take in Sahoor? So some examples of some meals. So we talked about eggs. That's one type of five eggs. Yeah, with the yolk. And maybe fried in butter. Is that a good thing to add butter or coconut oil? The egg. How do you is it boiled eggs or is it with
Well,
butter?
Ideal way. So look, okay, I'm gonna give a long answer. So please start making notes. So there are two powerhouse. There are two superfoods in the world, and only two. Please write it down: animal liver and an egg yolk. Okay, all the vitamins and all the minerals you get it. Smaller portion in egg and bigger portion, larger portion in animal liver. Right. So when you're eating egg, the ideal way to eat soft boiled, cooked in water, and yolk should be runny. If the yolk is runny, you get all of the B vitamins. Once it's cooked like a hard boil, B vitamins are gone.
Okay.
So make sure the yolk is runny, so you don't have to take B complex then, because you get it from your egg yolk. And you ate 5, you're gonna get pretty good amount of all the B vitamins, right? Otherwise, you'll be taking stupid folic acid, and which is not true. I mean, you should be taking methylfolate, but anyway, that's a discussion for another day. So yeah, eat eggs with runny yolk. So if you can't tolerate soft boil, then do poached. You guys know how to do poached eggs, right? In boiling water. And if you really can't do that either, cooked in water, then half fried. But make sure that the white is not brown or burnt like plastic, because the more it's cooked, the harder it is for the system to digest. So make sure the white is soft white and the yolk is still, runny. Cool.
Okay, got it.
So
Okay,
that's one option, egg, right?
Yeah.
And then you need more option, right, for sahur. So what I do for 30 days, because I like paneer, cottage cheese, right?
Cottage cheese.
Okay, so paneer along with a handful of peanuts or roasted chana. What do you say, chana?
Yeah.
Chickpeas? Yeah, roasted chana. We all know chana.
Yeah.
So either handful of roasted peanuts or handful of roasted chana, with 100 grams of protein, 100 grams of paneer, with 1 boiled potato and drizzle with butter or ghee or coconut oil. And you can put any kind of spices you like, or vegetables like cilantro, like coriander, mint, or whatever. You can make a good salad. So 3 things, right? You get peanut, the fiber and oil and carb, a little bit of carb, and potato, you get carb and starch, right? So it lasts longer. So it stay in the system longer. And then paneer, it's gonna stay longer, so it'll last you pretty good 4 or 5 hours. Another option, keema rice. ground beef curry. Or once in a while you could do chicken or some kind of kebab. Or I know it's difficult to eat fish in the morning, but that would be ideal as well. Then if you can't eat any of that, you need variety, then go for some heavy beans like red beans or black beans or I don't know, mung, masoor, all of that, right? Go with beans. Lentil would be too light, but you could have lentils too. Yeah, if you can't eat anything else. But so yeah, lentils, but not with rice. Make lentils whole and chew it along with some good fat. And you can add vegetables to it like carrots or whatever. But don't combine rice and lentils because that would be too much. Because look, a couple lentils, cooked lentils have 15 grams of protein. Perfect, right? But it comes with free 45 grams of carbohydrate. So like 1:3 ratio. And then if you combine a cup of rice, that's like another 67 grams of protein right there. Sorry, 67 grams of carbohydrate. Then in Sahoor, you took like over 100 grams of carb, and then your body will just be going on carb, and 2 hours later you're going to be hungry again, and there will be like hangry rosa, and not ideal. Yeah, your relationships will suffer, and your productivity will suffer, and then you'll feel dehydrated, and it's going to be bad. So avoid easy carbs. Go with complex carbs, like more like beans and lentils and stuff. But ideal way to eat would be animal protein, which is pure protein in Sahoor, and you can have complex protein for the later part of dinner.
In the iftar, okay.
So for dinner, no fried, no drinks, just water, one date. Okay, you can have, if it's too small, you can have 3, but that's it. And just eat dinner. There's no concept of aftar and dinner and dessert, and it can't be 5-course meal. Fasting, month of fasting, it's not month of 5-course meal or month of food or month of exchanging recipes or month of trying new varieties. No, it's a month of fasting. It's a training. Som is what they used to do to their animals. They used to keep their animals, horses and camels, 1 month without food and water. And the weak animals used to die because they were preparing them for wars. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is preparing us for a greater thing. And we are being such shallow and indulging in just food and sleep and wasting ourselves.
True. So how about this? Fruits. Fruits are a big thing in Ramadan iftar. We think like, oh, by fruits we'll get all these minerals.
That's easy carb.
So, but that's
and eating fruits after sunset, after 4 p.m. is gonna bloat you. Why would you want to bloat? You fasted all day. Why not take a benefit of it? Why be bloated and be gassy and have to make wudu 5 times during Taraweeh? Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
So this is
No
a myth.
fruits. No fruits, no drinks, no sugary drinks, no gud ka sharbat. Please write it all down. No samosas, no deep fried. It's all bad oil. You're not going to deep fry in mustard oil. I know that. I could see that written all over your faces, even though I cannot see your faces. No deep fried, no fruits. Yeah, for once, let the fruit prices go down. You all won't buy, they can't charge you. Save money, buy good quality protein. And no dessert. I mean, like, yeah, okay, Sundays you can have dessert, but like half an hour after dinner, not after Taraweeh, because that's too much. Then how are you going to digest that much sugar? Because you're going to sleep after Taraweeh, I hope. That would be the ideal time to sleep. So sleeping from Fajr to Dhuhr, no, sorry, unless you work in the night.
Subhanallah. Okay. That's a big myth. Fruits are essential in Ramadan, otherwise you'll become weak. That is the myth.
No, you don't need electrolytes at all. No, you get weak if you don't take enough protein because you're gonna use up your muscle mass, and
True.
you don't take enough fat. You need to stay, you need to keep the machine oil well oiled, not well sugared.
Yeah.
So, there you
So
go.
on that point, how much can you, with teaspoons or tablespoons, how much of fat do you take every day? How much amount of fat must go in every day?
If you have good tadka on dal, and if you cook vegetables like sauteed in tablespoon or two of oil, or if you take dal and put a teaspoon of ghee on top or a little bit of butter on top, that's good enough.
That should be okay.
Mhm.
Every day. Okay.
But here's the trick: versatility. Okay, you come back from Tarawih, you feel hungry again because whatever you ate was all carbs, so you just got digested.
Mm.
So now what do? You take a teaspoon of whatever kind of oil you get, like almond oil or coconut oil or something, and then
Mm.
you go to sleep. You don't eat a full meal at that time. You will be doing disservice to yourself. You let your liver and kidneys and all heal. Yeah, after 9, even if you feel hungry, cannot eat.
Okay.
There are special circumstances. Don't fight with me right now, but we're all average. We're not special circumstances people.
Yeah. Oh, audience, any questions, please, you can write in the chat as well. Yeah, so Sister Shazia said, so taking fruits at iftar is like taking extra sugars. Yes, that's exactly right. So that's a big myth. Fruits are so good for you in Ramadan, they'll keep you healthy and all of that is a big myth. Okay. And Sister Shabnam has mentioned that, it's very hot in India. Um,
Drink water.
yeah. So, yeah, so keep yourself, hydrated during summers when you're sweating a lot. Okay. And then what about the people who have arthritis or uric acid? Any problem in them with eggs? Does eggs bother people with?
You quit fruit, your uric acid will be fine. The fructose is creating uric acid, not
Mm,
beef, not eggs. That's myth. There is no scientific evidence. I have checked everything, and I've talked to scholars and doctors and PhDs and longevity experts and everybody. And I have my patients, they're vegetarian with high uric acid, but when they quit fruit and be on carnivore, imagine a vegetarian becoming carnivore, their uric
mm,
acid should shoot up. No, it stayed the same. It stayed the same.
yeah, subhanallah. Yeah.
And then we added some potassium to their diet, like additional supplement, and it
Mhm.
starts to go down.
Go down. Okay, so it's not about the meat, worrying meat or eggs, worrying the
No,
uric acid.
no, you quit fruit right away, and you're gonna start feeling better. But for arthritis patient, I mean, fasting is anti-inflammatory.
Yeah,
So just go ahead and fast, and you'll feel better. But the trick is to not consume too many carbs at a fast.
if that's okay. So, Sister Binish has asked if taking fruits is not good. Why do they have a mantra in UK like 5 a day? I presume 5
Uh,
servings. That what it is?
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, it's the marketing. It's the
Market.
marketing because they want to sell. Because the fruits have not. We don't have original crop of fruit, like I talked about it last time. Remember, um, all the fruits are genetically modified and increased in fructose because 3 decades ago they came up with a theory that fructose doesn't go through blood barrier. So fructose doesn't harm us. But now we're finding out that fructose is the culprit. It
Mm,
hurts the insulin so bad that, we go into cancer up to that point. So yeah, uh, what was the topic? Sorry, I forgot.
the fruits, 5 servings of fruits a day.
Yeah.
The market.
So there is no real fruit anymore. It's all
Mm,
genetically modified and to increase the sweetness and the juiciness and God knows what.
mm,
So like you might have seen that the French doctor talking about how bananas used to be shorter and fatter, not long and slim, and it used to have seeds like watermelon, right? Now we don't have seeds in banana, so it's not real. Watermelon coming in single serving size with no seeds, well, it's not real, right? And apples used to be tiny, like an inch or inch and a half, and they used to be super sour. You could barely eat two.
mm,
Now it's like giant and juicy. It's not real. it's, genetically modified, of course. So a lot of a pear used to be not sweet at all, but now it's overly sweet. So we don't have the real crop of fruit anymore. And eating religiously, thinking it's a religious duty. You do 5 serving of vegetables. Eat 7 serving of vegetables for them. Go ahead. And then tell me if you have any illness in your body, because that's going to take care of everything. But quit fruit, please quit fruit. Fruit you can only eat between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., maybe like 1 serving every once in a while. Ideally, fruit season is only 2 to 3 weeks. Like in my backyard, I have apple tree. I have an apple tree, and only bear fruits like last 2 weeks of August and first week of September. That's all. So like if I could eat fruit all day for 3 weeks, and then for the rest 49 weeks I don't eat fruit, right? But now with the globalization, we get fruits from cold storage and apples and bananas and God knows what. So it's not real. It's not in season. Yeah, in season you bring it a couple of times, eat it, go ahead. But religiously at Sahoor and Aftaar, no, it's not the month of eating. Remember that. Anything you can cut down and simplify, please do. Please do. Please start to learn more, to go through the self-improvement in terms of health or wellness or spirituality. And Sister Azra takes Sister Farida's classes. Just don't waste time in food and prep and eating, and save time. Time is precious.
Okay. So Shazia has a question. See, we need sugars for instant energy, right?
No, we
so,
don't.
Okay. So this
Your
is under.
Your liver. Sorry, Farhana, I keep talking over you. I'm so sorry.
No.
I get angry.
You're good. You're good. And this is a myth. This is a myth that we need sugar for our instant energy. Otherwise, we'll become weak and we can't perform. That is a myth.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a myth because your liver is a sugar factory. So you put in whatever and it's going to make sugar anyway to give you energy.
Okay. We don't have to.
Why not put something good?
Okay. So we'll never, even if we don't eat sugars, we will still have energy. So that is the thing. We don't have to worry about our energy.
It'll give the liver something to do. Yeah. But how do you get energy throughout the day when you are fasting? You don't drop dead. Right? Exactly. Even if you, imagine you ate 5 bananas for Sahoor. 2 hours, it's going to wear off. So how do you survive? How do you survive throughout the day? Your liver makes sugar, gives you energy.
Yeah.
It's a different thing if you are eating seed oil and your cells cannot accept that glucose, that it stays in your bloodstream and then you're called diabetic. That's a totally separate issue. But no, you don't need to consume any sugar or any carb. No easy carb, please.
Okay, already. So, do we need carbs in our body for Ramadan? And if so, how much? So
no, we don't need carb at all. No.
So we can be good just with protein along with the healthy fat, which we discussed about, the 4 types of. Okay, so we should be good even if we completely miss off carb. But then there will be a little bit of carbs in some vegetables, and and I heard you mention potatoes, and so can you talk?
Can have some starches like a cup of rice with pure protein, not with dal.
Cup of rice, okay.
Because complex carb.
No, someone had a question regarding rice, brown rice and white rice. There's a question about that too.
White rice, always white rice. If you can find wild rice that's brown in color and black in color, that's actually wheat. It comes in seed category. You can have that, like purple rice and black rice. That's a bit longer and slimmer. So wild rice you can, but the unpolished rice, no, that's too much fiber for your gut. It's going to tear up your intestine. So polished white rice. Plus, it would have so many arsenics, whatever that word is. Too many poisons on it. So we better take polished white rice, a handful of rice and half a boiled potato, sweet potato, purple potato, any kind of potato, along with your pure protein, not complex protein.
Okay. Okay. So that's so handful of rice, or potato. Okay. These are the good
Starch.
options.
Starch.
Along with the animal protein. Don't mix it with lentils. So that is the lesson there. Okay. So and the white rice. So the question is answered. Is eating when you compare white rice and brown rice, polished white rice is good, right? That's the brown rice is not good. But there's another thing called black weed. That's also called the black weed rice. That is
Wild rice.
wild rice.
Yeah,
It's called
wild rice. Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
it looks like black, and sometimes you find purple, and then some are like kind of brownish. They don't look like brown rice, like the unpolished rice. They really look brown.
Okay.
So
And
wild rice.
and how about these grains, the ragi and the quinoa, those grains, are they better to avoid, or they are coming like better substitutes? Not really.
Quinoa comes in seed category, so it's not really a grain.
Grain. Okay.
And it has the same amount of carb as rice. So okay, so going back to basics. Close the door, please. Close the door. It's too loud. Please close the door. Thank you. So quinoa and rice are the same amount of carbohydrate.
Okay.
What I've learned from all of the longevity experts and the naturopaths is that when you introduce something new in your life, it's okay to eat once in a while, but when you make it as part of your life, like daily ritual thing, it won't suit your body because it's not in your DNA. Because my mom never ate quinoa,
Right.
and then like before I was conceived. So if I eat quinoa, it's not gonna really benefit me on any level. So it's gonna be the same, like just carb like rice. So there's no point in being fancy.
Okay.
Sorry to
And
disappoint you guys. Ragi is a grain, don't. Grains are all glutens.
gluten. Right.
They do label buckwheat, ragi, millet, God knows what, everything gluten free. But no, all grains have gluten. Even rice has gluten. Please remember that. Even rice is glutenated. But the strings of gluten in rice are not very strong, and it's only like one or two kinds of gluten. There are total 26 kind of gluten, 26 strings of gluten altogether, and wheat has all of it, and then other grains have some of it. But if it's grain, it contains gluten nonetheless. So please don't be fooled that, okay, I eat buckwheat, but no, it's still lectin, it's still gluten, it's still easy carb, it's still like pure sugar. So please don't eat grain.
Does oats come in this category as well? Oats is
Oat is a horse food, it's not for human. Sorry.
okay. So oats is not for human. I mean, subhanallah, they've been selling.
No, in like a while ago when there was famine in the United States, and doctors say, and those horses were, running wild, and they didn't have enough grass to feed them. They came up with fake grain, and then after that they were like, what to do with it? So they started marketing as superfood. But there are only two superfoods in the world that my Allah made it, and I told you, animal protein, animal liver and egg yolk.
Egg yolk.
There's only two superfood. Don't. But see, we don't bother with the superfoods that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, but we go with all the superfoods our marketing campaigns say, right?
Yes.
I mean, isn't it something?
Yeah, marketing,
So
absolutely.
now everything is superfood now. Oh my God. Quinoa is a superfood, or oat is a superfood. And avocado is almost like, no, avocado is not in my DNA, so it's not going to benefit me. Why be fancy? Just, eat what my parents have eaten, and you should be fine.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. And how about yogurt and milk? So what about this in Ramadan?
I let you eat paneer.
Paneer,
Isn't that
better.
good enough? Yeah. Don't drink milk. No.
Milk is okay.
Milk has too much casein. If you drink warm milk, the casein is activated. Your intestine is going to be infected, and that's not going to be pretty. You'll be bloated. Try it. I mean, people who drink haldi milk, they don't get any benefit because that much haldi that they put in to make it golden milk, it is used up to combat the casein in the milk, in the hot milk. So they're not getting any benefit off of it. So if you really want to drink that golden drink, make the same haldi thing in water. Turmeric, black peppercorn, uh, like a stick of cinnamon, and some cloves. Boil it in water, covered. Best arthritis medicine.
Okay. Water.
So don't drink milk, but yogurt, yeah, you eat with food, like a spoon or two. I mean, how much yogurt could you eat anyway? And don't mix. Okay, so the basic rule is do not mix protein with any kind of glucose. So eating fruit and yogurt, that's going to create insulin resistance. So no, just with food is fine. Yogurt with food is fine. Gravy, yogurt, totally fine. Yogurt in hot chole, fine. You know? But mixed with fruit, smoothie, no. Not going to benefit you. It's going to bother you instead.
Okay. Yeah. So, Sister Safiya, can you explain what is this gluten about? I mean, how does it harm your body? Gluten.
Gluten is not natural. So all the grains that we have today are all genetically modified. And gluten is linked. I don't know how it does that because I really didn't do study like the scientific study myself. But the 1902, there was the first study in 1902.
So
That's
early.
long time ago. Yeah. And that scientist, that professor's lab was accidentally caught fire. Got it? There's a book about it. I don't remember the name exactly where I read it. But so 1902, that one professor came up with the idea for all of the mental illness patients in that mental illness hospital that when they take gluten away, they felt better. So somehow gluten messes with your system and you develop autoimmune disease. So basically what they're saying is that gluten and soy, after being genetically modified, the DNA of those matches with our thyroid DNA. So the body start to attack itself, and then it start to, attack those substances, and then it accidentally start to attack itself. That's how the science works, I guess. That's all I can explain. Again, I'm not a medical scientist.
So the rotis are gone. Yeah.
Sorry. Really sorry. But you know what? Don't believe me. Eliminate it for a month of Ramadan, for the sake of Allah. And then see if you feel better. And then go back and start eating again on the first day of Shawwal and then see how you feel.
Yeah.
You'll get the results yourself. Yeah. Give me a month. Try it. I mean, you have nothing to lose. I could say, I'll give you money back, but you got nothing to lose.
True. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? I think we kind of covered a lot of our day food habits and fruit.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a question. Say something about coffee and about nuts, Safiya. Well, what do you say? Should we be taking those in Ramzan? I'm used to my coffee.
Oh, coffee when you wake up right away. You take a date with some good oil, butter, fat, ghee, coconut oil, and then take a cup of black coffee. You drink black coffee, I hope.
Yes, black coffee.
Okay. If you really want to add something, add MCT or ghee or butter. You have what do you call that? The frother. Take a tablespoon of butter, put it in your coffee, and then do the frothing thing and then mix it up.
Right.
The
Okay.
best coffee in the world. It's called bulletproof.
Really?
Right.
And you can have one more cup after you eat sahur as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
1 cup after your aftar, because you're gonna wear it off after Tarawih and all, you know.
I'm always concerned about it not letting me sleep.
Oh my God. Oh, really? No. They take magnesium. Oof.
Okay. Right. Okay. My next
There's
one
no
is on
patient.
nuts. Can we have nuts? You've not mentioned nuts at all.
Well, nuts contain omega-6 like chicken. So, I mean, in moderation, like 5 pistachios, 2 cashew nuts.
Walnuts.
So soak walnut and almonds, like 3 almonds and 1 walnut. Soak it in the night, take it at sahur, sure. And then pick on a couple of hazelnuts like that. Yeah.
Right.
Just stay low, moderate, you know, because it contains omega-6. So then the joint pain will start.
Yeah.
I thought omega-6 was a good thing. Have I got it wrong?
Omega-3 and 6 should be in proportion, and then we end up eating too many things with omega-6 and we don't have enough omega-3. How many times a week we eat fish or like fatty fish and seafood? So we don't get enough omega-3. So in proportionate, they should be 1:1, but we always come up with like 1:6. So keep it low. Yeah, I mean, we don't need a handful of almonds, just 3 almonds in the night, soak it with 1 walnut, take it in the morning. And then after you take dinner, like aftar, I take 2 pistachios and 2, 3, what did I say? Cashew nuts.
Okay, and my question is now on exercise. Are we supposed to do exercise in Ramadan? Is it something we should keep in? Is it going to make fasting harder?
I did mention that 30 minutes before your fasting window, not the fasting window, sorry, 30 minutes before aftar, you do a little bit of stretching or whatever your routine is, playing, running, jumping, whatever that routine is. Do that for 7 to 10 minutes. You know, most of the time, like most routines are like 11 minutes anyway, you know, when you work out. And then try to skip it a day here and there, like 3-4 times a week. So 30 minutes before, not if you do it during the day and if you sweat a lot, like you do tons of cardio, that's not going to be good. Then your energy will go down. So do it right a little before. So the time that we spent frying samosas, use that time to work out and not eat samosas. How's that?
That's a
I know you don't eat it. I don't suppose Sister Farida eats any of the junk. So that samosa example was for
tell
everybody
you
else.
if I do.
Huh?
I said I'm not going to tell you if I do.
You
I
don't.
am trying to reduce it after your talk.
You don't. I didn't, like, when I first met you, I didn't think you eat that. So
Oh, thank you for the good opinion you have of me. I love chocolate.
you're not pregnant or lactating. Go ahead, eat it. I suppose you're not.
No.
So go ahead and eat it. Chocolate's good.
yeah, pregnancy, right?
In fact, find a good MCT powder with chocolate flavor and use that in your coffee.
What is MCT?
It's a concentrated version of coconut oil, like medium chain triglyceride. So it's like it's a derivative of coconut oil.
So it's coconut oil. When you say take MCT, can we take coconut oil? Is that what we're saying?
You can, or butter,
Yeah.
or go on bulletproof.com. Find the hazelnut MCT coffee creamer, and that's my poison lately. There, you're gonna love it. That's coffee. You're gonna add it to coffee. That's MCT. That's grass-fed butter and chocolate. Oh my God, sweetened with stevia.
Sounds good.
That's poison. Yeah.
Yeah. SubhanAllah. Yeah. So Sister Bini, Binish has a comment, so listening to this lecture, made her realize that, we do have a very unhealthy lifestyle and eating habits.
That's why we don't get better after Ramadan, or arthritis don't go away, or I mean, we're sick as dogs even after Ramadan. Sorry.
It's hard to, change these habits. Yeah, but I think we have an opportunity here with Ramadan coming up. And, we
Call
got
me if you have a question. Call me. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I think, yes, please, we will, if you want to put the contact number, we can in the chat. Yeah. So the audience can please go ahead and call Sister, Safia for any questions or any, any diet plan. And we do have the AI, we have the notes of this session. So I'm going to post that as well. So we have the list of the healthy oils and, the how much grams of protein to eat, what are the various options, food options for suhoor, and for iftar, what not to mix. We have a couple of things like we should not mix, lentils with, rice, and so we have some combinations which we should avoid. So all that should be there in the AI. Please read it once again, and please contact Sister Safia for anything, inshallah. But the goal is going to be, not only getting self-control, but cleansing our body and giving a healthy body at the end of Ramadan, inshallah, and hopefully free from illnesses as well, and increase our productivity and increase our efficiency as well.
Can I
So,
say something?
please.
I put my number in there. But what I want to say is that make a list of your, before Ramadan, make a list of all the issues. My leg hurt, my back hurt, I get headaches often, I have migraine, or I'm on these prescription pills or high blood, any of that. Make a list and then follow my diet plan that I gave you. It's not my diet plan, it's the natural diet plan, right? I just bring people back to nature. None of that is mine. And then on Eid, bring out that list. You
Subhanallah.
will be surprised. For the past 5 years, I have satisfying people telling me, I wish I save all those testimonial. I don't sell anything, so I don't need to save anything. I mean, so yeah, so I don't keep it that, oh, look, these people, but there's always improvement. When you quit fruit at Aftar, there's always improvement, and you save money. Don't complain.
SubhanAllah. Very nice. All right. Any other last questions?
Request to fill in the survey form, please. Everybody fill in the survey form. Also join our Ramzan challenge. Will you reap the benefits? Can you join the WhatsApp group? You can ask questions there from Safia as well. So please join
So
us.
the people who will be watching the recording, how would they ask questions?
Well, on the YouTube channel, we do leave, the WhatsApp group number of Ramzan challenge, and they can come in there. We request everybody to actually join that training. Yes, Sister
I will.
Safia, we want this happening at most, we've opened it today. The whole idea is that how do we rise spiritually? How do we get to be the true person we really want to be? So the body is the first area. If we handle that, then we go to the mind and the emotions and the spiritual side of things. And inshallah, through the course, you can benefit from that. You're very welcome to join, and it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. So
Learn from me. Get your hardware fixed.
Yeah.
So the software that Sister Farida provides will sink in. Because with sick mind, with your headaches and migraines, you're not going to learn anything.
Very true. Very true. SubhanAllah. Yeah, absolutely. Inshallah. Yeah, I think Jazakallah khair, Safia, for another enlightening session of, breaking our belief systems and our food habits. We got some work to do, though. but
so much to clean up, right?
Yeah, information is essential. It's very important to know this. That's the first step always. So, yeah. So, Sister
Thank you for providing me opportunity.
Sister Shabnam has, I think, one question as we go. For heart patients, I mean, any particular, food for heart patients, or the same things what we have discussed?
Same diet, back to nature, same diet. Cut down carb and you won't have any issue.
Yeah.
If dry fast helps the heart and brain function. So
Mm.
like regular shari fast.
This is beneficial for the heart patients as well. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. And I think the salt you had mentioned, Himalayan salt, is better than our regular salt in the last lecture, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pink Himalayan salt, Baja Gold salt, Celtic salt, or sea salt. That's all you can eat. None of the table salt with added iodine. No, that's pure sodium chloride and added iodine. That iodine is not good. Also, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with hing. There is a smelly substance that we Gujaratis use.
Yeah. It's used in southern India too.
Okay, so
hing.
asafel. Yes. That's a long name. I don't know who came up with it. But it really sharpens your mind. So start putting dal and curry tadka in it and add to your vegetables. It doesn't go well with non-veg dishes, but start adding that to your. That's one tip that I could do for this Ramadan and try it. It's beautiful. Okay.
Yes, it's very much used in South Indian lentils. Very big,
Right.
big. Yeah.
Well, then we're good. That's why they have sharper brains.
Yeah, and they use a lot of coconut oil, a lot of fish, a lot of seafood, and a lot of coconut oil, and this hing and vegetables. This is the very prime is the Kerala South Indian food.
Let's all move there or adopt their cuisine.
Yeah, because big time.
Let's adopt their cuisine. Okay.
Yeah, very healthy cuisine. Okay. Inshallah. So Jazakallah khairan once again, Sister Safia, and please go ahead, fill the survey form, and whatever more important talks or questions you have, please reach out to us. Please join the Ramadan session. We have the online workshop we have. Please if you find value in what we are doing here at VOTP and Find Your Truth, please go ahead and forward the Ramadan challenge and these YouTube videos to every one of your contacts to benefit them as well. So, Jazakallah khair for your precious time. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والأسر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. جزاك الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.